Too many emails can become overbearing and cumbersome, leading recipients to overlook them and miss important information. Using email digests for learning helps reduce the number of emails users receive. In this course, we'll review how to create email digests, how to add a standard section, how to add dynamic sections, and how to create the bodies of the emails. An email digest is a scheduled email that is sent on a recurring basis. They are intended to group a user's notifications and reminders into a single email. For example, instead of a manager receiving separate emails every time one of their employees has training past due, a single digest email can be created to list all past due trainings to send once a week. To create email digests, navigate to Admin, Tools, Core Functions, and Email Digest Management. Next, select the Create Email Digest button. The General Details section lets you give your digest a title, activate the digest, set the email address from which the digest will be sent, enter the email address to which any replies will be sent, set a specific user or role to which a CC copy of the email will send. The actual recipients of the email digest will be determined in the dynamic sections. Next, enter the subject that will display to the email recipients. Unlike standard emails, tags cannot be used in the digest subject. Finally, you will need to set the frequency with which the emails will send. Depending on the frequency you select, the digest will contain all appropriate notifications from that previous period. For example, if you set the digest to a weekly basis, the email received will include all information from that past week. If nothing that triggers the notification occurred in that past week, the digest will not send. The frequency can be set to daily, weekly, or monthly. When the daily option is selected, the email digest is sent every day at the specified time in the specified time zone. When the weekly option is selected, the digest will send every week on a specific day and time in the specified time zone. When the monthly option is selected, the digest will send on the day of the month, time, and time zone specified. If the selected date does not exist in the month, then the email digest is sent on the nearest previous date. For example, if the 30th is selected, then the email digest will be sent on February 28th. The Admin Visibility section determines which administrators with the correct permissions can view and edit the email digest. This can be set by organizational unit or by individual user. If no visibility is specified, all administrators may view and edit the email digest. The Availability section limits which users or organizational units are able to receive the email digest. Availability must be set for the email digest and cannot be left blank. The body of an email is divided into sections. To add sections, select the Add Section button. There are two types of sections, standard and dynamic. There is only a single standard section type, also called standard section. The standard section is a static email section typically used as the header and footer of your email. You can choose to give your section a unique name that will not appear to recipients. Select the Edit Body button to enter the desired information into the body of the section. Tags can be added to your email by selecting the Display a List of Tags link. Tags are dynamic values that will be replaced by system information once the email is sent. Because the standard sections are designed to be used as salutations or closing texts, the only tags available are recipient first name and recipient last name. You can copy and paste these tags into the email and add any text you wish the recipient to see. All section bodies are fully HTML capable, allowing you to customize the emails to your organization's needs. Once you've added the text, select Done. Dynamic sections are sections that are populated based on activity within the system. Email digests will only be sent when a recipient has content related to a dynamic section. There are 3 dynamic learning sections available: Training Due, Training Assigned, and Playlist Item Added. The Training Due section is intended to notify employees that the due date for training is approaching or past. The reminder can be set to a specific amount of time based on the selected frequency from the due date. It is also possible to determine who receives this section in the digest they receive. You can select to send to individual users or specifically the trainee or their manager. The Training Assigned section is intended to notify employees that training has been assigned. This section can be sent to individual users, or specifically the trainee or their manager. The Playlist Item Added section is intended to notify a user if a playlist they are following is updated with new content. This section can be sent to individual users or specifically the playlist follower. Digests can contain multiple dynamic sections, but must have at least one. The bodies of dynamic sections are designed to display a list of information relevant to that section. Dynamic sections will contain more tags than standard sections, with the tags being relevant to their subject. For example, the Playlist Item Added section will have tags relevant to the playlists. If multiple languages are enabled for your portal, select a language from the drop-down menu. When the email digest is sent to a user, the recipients receive the email digest in their preferred language. If content is not available in their language, the recipient receives the email digest in the default language. To begin your list, it is important to add the List Begin tag. You can then add the text and tags you would like your learners to see. The input texts and tags will be repeated for each training item the recipient should see. To end your list, insert the List End tag. Any information displayed outside of the List Begin and List End tags will not repeat as a list. To finalize the body of your email, select the Done button. Once your sections are configured, you can preview the email. Then save once you're ready. Employees receiving an email digest for past due training with multiple notifications will see an email similar to the one shown here. Email digests respect the Note Emails setting when configured at the LO level or from within a learning assignment. Either the Custom Emails option or the Training Specific Emails option must be selected. If the Training is Due Email Digest section is enabled, the Training is Due email trigger must be inactive to prevent the training emails from firing. Otherwise, the user will receive both an email digest and an individual email. Now that you better understand how to utilize email digests for learning, use your pilot portal to practice creating email digests, add standard and dynamic sections, and create dynamic section bodies. See online help for more details on using email digests.